hours, which apparently is how long it took Tyler Rich to get in here this morning.
I'm not late.
No, you're fine. But you were driving around and you were listening to us this morning, and I said, Tyler Rich is going to be here in about 10 minutes. And you were like,
Traffic in Nashville is never
easy.
It's never good.
It's great to have you back.
Thanks, man.
It's good to see you. So I understand you got a sneak peek at the video.
Yes, I did. MC texted it to me when you said Tyler's going to be here in 10 minutes, and I looked down and I knew that wasn't happening. I texted her. I said, hey, let you know traffic sucks. It's not my fault. I'm going to be there in 10-ish minutes. Can you send me that video in the meantime?
So you asked for it. I got you. So we pulled it off, I think.
It fits you very well.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't fit. No, it doesn't fit.
Quite literally.
Literally.
It fits you quite well.
Oh, my gosh. You brought a friend. You got Abby here in just a few minutes after our brand new Highway Find, Angie K, and her song Real Talk. You're going to introduce your friend to us?
Absolutely.
All right. It's Tyler Rich here. Woo! Hello, Tyler.
Hi, guys.
But more importantly, Abby is here.
Abby.
And Abby is not your new wife. Sabina would be your new wife.
Yeah, Abby's been my house friend wife for almost 15 years.
15 years?
Yeah.
Hey, Abby.
Really? Abby's that old?
She'll be 15 in August.
She looks like a puppy still.
She loves it when you say that.
It's a husky you rescued 15 years ago.
Yeah, I rescued her when she was 5 months old, and I was 19, and I didn't realize that I was going to have
a dog for a long time.
Yeah, and thank God. I mean, obviously,
So
but
sweet.
When I heard she was in this bad situation, I didn't rescue her from her shelter. I stole her from a very bad situation she was in.
I did the same thing with Jake, the wonder dog that I had. He was tied to a shoestring to a tree to our neighbor's house in a thunderstorm.
Oh, man.
And he was a tiny puppy, like 6 months old, and just scared to death and shivering and getting rained on and hailed on. It was a violent, severe lightning and thunder. And I'm like watching no effort from the neighbors going out to take care of this dog. Yeah. So I did the same thing. I stole the dog.
Yeah.
And I left a note and then said, hey, if you want your dog, it's safe in our house tonight.
Yeah.
There's kind of a little jab. It's safe, not in your house. It's safe in our house. And,
I love it.
And the next day they came over with a bag of food and a leash and they said, you're right. We are not right people to take care of this dog. He's yours. So it worked out.
How long you've had him?
We lost him, but he was around for almost 11 years, 12 years.
Wow, yeah,
he was great. And how did you save Abby?
She was so she is a purebred husky, and they are very high in the percentile of wolf, and they love to do wolf things like break into cages on a farm and kill all the ducks and chickens. So she had herself a little 4-month-old puppy bloodbath out on the farm where I grew up. Well, about 10 miles down the road. Yeah. And the husband dug a massive hole with his trailer or with his tractor and put her in this hole and said, this is where she's going to be till I fix all these cages and get this situated. And so the wife, I guess, was like, all right, that's cool. But then I think it was like 2 weeks later, she was still in the hole.
What?
Yeah, so she said, I need somebody to come steal my dog in the middle of the night. And so at 3 a.m, my buddy and I went out there with a truck and a long leash, and I crawled into this hole, and Abby was covered in poop and all sorts of stuff you could imagine, and she just jumped out as fast as she could with me, and I took her home. And
so she's been saying thank you ever since.
Yeah, she sprinted through my mom's house, well, it was my house at the time, terrorizing the cats and other dogs covered in all sorts of stuff. And my mom was like, this is never going to happen because she's this crazy wolf. And then they fell in love with her.
Well, it's so easy to do. She's a sweetheart. And so 15 years later, she's as much part of your life as anything.
Yeah.
She was also a part of his wedding. She was in the wedding.
Well, of course, puppies have to be. I think that's amazing. Tyler Rich is here. We're going to play Rather Be Us. And when we return, we're going to talk about what you're doing for rescue puppies.
I love it.
And a lot of other things. Tyler Rich is here with Abby. Perfect message for today. That's Tyler Rich and Rather Be Us. I love that song. I remember when you played for us for the first time, I was like, the world needs to hear that song right now.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
When Instagram and social media has, notice I looked at MC when I looked at Instagram, and social media has taken over our world, and sometimes it's not reality, and it's just a nice little message of saying, hey, shut it down and let's just look at each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it stemmed from a rule Sabina and I have is no social media 15 minutes before bed.
That's awesome.
Ah, that's great.
Yeah, because you kind of just poison your mind before you fall asleep looking at what everybody else has, even though most of it is not really.
Do you do it on the front end of the morning too?
Oh man, I try.
It's so hard. That alarm goes off. The first thing you do is open up stuff.
Yeah, because you open it, turn alarm off, and then you see all these little icons of things you're supposed to look at. Yeah,
yeah. It's like no, stop. But
Totally.
yeah, but it's much more fun to be us.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
always.
That's great.
Always.
So you brought Abby, the Wonder Dog, in, much like Jake, my Wonder Dog, from a long time ago. But yes, Abby, 15 years old, a rescue. This is a passion for you, not just Abby, the husky, beautiful husky, but all rescue animals and animals that need rescuing. You have Rich Rescues now. How does it work, and when did you start it, and what's the goal?
Yeah, so I have this thing where I want to adopt every dog and cat in the world. And I can't, obviously, because every time I leave town every week, I have to find a friend to watch Abby.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, could you even imagine if I have to, hey, can you watch my 25 cats and dogs, please? So, like, what can I do while I'm on the road to help? And I'm realizing on social media, on Instagram, that every day my numbers are heightened by people in these specific cities for obvious reasons. Oh, you're playing in Medina, Ohio tonight. Cool. So my whole Instagram is people from this town. So why don't I force feed them a bunch of puppies and dogs that need houses before they start seeing show stuff on my Instagram? And then so they're going to be looking at my stuff anyways. Why don't I show them a bunch of cute puppies? And so we started Rich Rescues, where as much as I can, obviously with our schedules, but usually hit about 2 a week so far. And
Shelters,
yeah. And we go and we visit the facilities. We see what makes them special and different than the other ones, what they're doing for the animals, their rates of getting animals into homes, their rates of the bad stuff we don't like to talk about with the animals. And it's just been amazing. We already have success stories where I fell in love with this dog named Blossom. She was this German Shepherd Husky mix in Ohio, and she had come down with a 100% heartworm.
Right.
And they were going through the procedure, and they said that she was literally minutes away from dying, and it was this terrible story. But she was only 2, and she was full of so much life and energy. And they're like, it's been 3 months, and she hasn't left her cage. She's just been lethargic and sick. But as of this morning, she's got 0% heartworm.
Wow.
Do you want to take her outside for the first time? And so I took her out, and there's videos on my Instagram and stuff of Blossom just sprinting in the snow with me for 30 minutes, going crazy. And I kept saying, I was like, I'm going to drive to Ohio and get that dog within the next couple months. But then a family, these fans hit me up, and they're like, thank you for showing us Blossom on the Instagram. And her name is Macy now, but this is her with our family. And
how sweet.
And I was like, man, just even one story like that makes the whole thing worth it.
And I love that people love dogs of any breed and all that kind of stuff. And I don't want to knock people who are really desperately needing hypoallergenic dogs or specific breeds or whatever. But man, the need for homes for just plain old rescue mutts is just huge.
Absolutely.
And we can't do it enough. How do people find out more information, and how can they help?
Everything is just Rich Rescues. We started doing a super simple thing to raise money for it. There's that app Cameo. People do shout outs for birthdays and anniversaries, engagements and stuff. And I signed up for that as a way to raise money for Rich Rescues. So we're doing that. I mean, if you want to come to hang out with me at one in a town, a couple fans have done that. They've just reached out like, hey, I would love to come and see some puppies with you. And we've done that.
Great idea. And that introduces them to the shelter, and they're in their own community, so hopefully they'll stay involved.
Yeah. And man, word of mouth is such a true and just guerrilla marketing form of spreading the word that actually works. So tag your friends in my Rich Rescues post, even if they're not in the area, because they might have friends that are in the area that would want some of these dogs.
Or just fall in love with one of
cats.
those dogs and cats and go travel to go pick it up, because Blossom sounds like the most incredible dog. And you said you almost went back to pick her up. So
oh yeah.
Did you say pick it up?
Did I say it?
Did you say pick it up?
Was Blossom a man?
It just reminded me that he needs to pick something up on the way out.
What could you ever be talking
man.
about, Stormy?
All right. So as I'm sprinting up here because I'm late, Abby decides, and this giant, for everybody that's been to Nashville, we all know what Broadway is, and the massive intersection. Abby decides to squat and take the biggest dump in the middle of Broadway
during rush hour.
And there's 1,500 cars staring at me. I'm the only person walking in the middle of the road, and I'm like, that's cool. I'm prepared because I'm a responsible dog owner, and I look at my leash, and
which has got the little capsule that holds the bags.
It really does. I see it.
That capsule holds nothing today. Apparently, yesterday we used the last one. I didn't know.
So you did the old, hey, oh my gosh, look, my bag's empty.
Everybody's staring at me like, who is this guy leaving his dog's poop in the middle of the road where people walk? And I'm shaking the bag holder like, oh, where can I find a bag? Imagine if it happened here.
It happened. It's many a dog has pooped in the studio. Don't be afraid,
So has Stormy.
Abby. So have I. It's a Stormy Warren show. Tyler Rich is here along with his husky Abby, talking about Rich Rescues and how when you go see Tyler Rich on the road, you could also go help the local shelter in whatever town you're playing.
God bless you, Abby.
And just find new homes for puppies and kitties. Bless you, Abby.
Thank you.
Yes, it's wonderful. Rather Be Us. We're proud to have that as our Pandora pick on the horizon with Buzz Brainerd. It's great. Yeah. I mean, we've had Lever Wild, The Difference. It's been quite a run with Tyler Rich music on the highway.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
No, it's our pleasure. And did I hear that right that the world famous Tyler Rich grandpa is going to be on The Bachelor?
That is the goal. We found out about the senior edition, and immediately, I mean, I lost my mind when I heard that was a thing. It's like, Grandpa.
The last thing he needed was a senior edition of The Bachelor.
He said, absolutely not. And
Really?
I was like, who are you kidding? I know that's what you feel like you're supposed to say.
Say it right.
And then he goes, all right, what do I have to do?
Yeah.
And this is the man who has his own Instagram page, his tag on his T-shirts that he wears to your concerts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. His whole thing always is, as long as I'm promoting you first, you know.
Aww.
And
that's sweet.
But I'm revamping his Instagram right now because I was looking at it yesterday, and I'll show you the thread of me just coaching him how to Instagram because he has too many followers to post as poorly as he does. There's this video of him driving through a field, and then the next thing is a house, and the next thing, this is a swipe through of one post, finally gets to a picture of him. I said, Grandpa, lead with the picture of you.
Lead with the pic.
Nobody cares about where you're driving.
Show off your moneymaker.
Show off that moneymaker.
It's great. You busy? You're on the road a lot?
Yeah, we are on tour with Lanco right now,
right,
on the What I See tour. This weekend we're doing Midwest, Minneapolis, Chicago, Green Bay. And then next week we are starting the Rather Be Us tour, which is my very first ever headlining tour.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
that's huge.
I'm excited, very excited. Taking out Teddy Robb, and we are doing 2 weeks all across the West Coast.
That's so, well, that's a good place to start your headlining tour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're like, man, where did I start? Where did this all start for me? Let's go back out there and do the first headlining run.
Hey, thanks for doing what you did with Mitchell Tenpenny's fundraiser last night at Whiskey Row, too. That was really cool.
It was so awesome. You know what really blew my mind was both shows were sold out, and people came to spend money. Like, they had massive auctions. People were bidding $5,000-$6,000 like normally on multiple items.
All for tornado relief, which is spectacular. You're a giver. I know you and Sabina are separated right now, basically not legally separated. By distance, not by relationship.
I was like, what do you know that I don't know?
Suddenly here on Instagram, boom, Tyler Rich separated. She's working in L.A. You're here, and you're on the road, but it's long distance relationships. You guys knew what you're getting into.
Yeah, it's all we've ever known. Since the day we met, we've been L.A. and Nashville. She's an actress, and so I've got to be here because Nashville, and Nashville's awesome.
It is, and we're seeing how awesome Nashville is in the past week, definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
Give what you can for tornado relief, like Tyler and Mitchell Tenpenny and so many other artists. Devin Dawson, you guys did The Difference together?
Yeah, because Devin's a co-writer on The Difference, and we've never played, and the whole thing was just people jumping up and playing music, and so Devin and I were chatting earlier in the day, and I was like, dude, let's do The Difference together. And he's like, oh, I've played it. It's been a long time. Can you lead? I was like, I've probably played it a few more times. And we just hopped up there for the first time ever and just jammed it like a jam session, man. It was cool.
We're going to play The Difference in just a few minutes. Tyler Rich, thank you for coming by. Rich Rescues. That's how you save pets with no homes.
Needing homes.
That's what I'm looking for. Homeless pets.
Animals.
Homeless animals needing homes.
I need more coffee. Tyler Rich, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, man.
This is pets with homes that aren't
you got
theirs.
this, man. You talk for a living.
They're in places that aren't their normal. Oh gosh.
The good news is animals don't understand.
It's Cody Johnson on the Hive.